So Lil Wayne has finally decided to step out and address the Super Bowl issue properly and being snubbed for the Super Bowl properly. And I think gave the fans of both he and Kendrick Lamar answers to questions that they had. But in my opinion, there's still some inconsistencies. Let's get into it. All right, so Lil Wayne appeared on his show with Skip Bayless, the sports reporter formerly of ESPN and Fox. And Skip Bayless asked him about how he felt about being snubbed from the Super Bowl, and also Kendrick Lamar's verse or lyric on Whacked Out Murals. Now, there's been much controversy about this situation. I've done like 3 or 4 videos on this topic myself, me personally not understanding what the issue was in general, other than maybe a little bit of entitlement on the part of Lil Wayne and others around him due to what transpired this year with the battle between Kendrick Lamar and Drake. That is the main factor in all of this, really, though. So let's take a look at first Wayne addressing how he feels about this not being selected for the Super Bowl. Then we'll get into him being mentioned and how he felt about being mentioned in Whacked Out Murals and how he took it, or how he's taking it now. Let's check it out.
Over why the NFL did not choose you to play halftime of a Super Bowl that's going to be in your hometown. And I know you went through a lot with it, but now that your feelings have settled some, how do you explain their choosing not to ask you?
So generally, I explain it. Generally, I just believe that, they, for whatever reason, I believe that it's over my head. Meaning that's, I can't, I don't know why, period. Yeah. Obviously, I believe that it'll be perfect. It's perfect, but I do not know why. But personally, the person I am, I straight look at it like, you ain't there. You ain't there. You got to get there. You got to get there.
So his response to being snubbed from the Super Bowl is pretty much the same. When he gave the first statement about being disappointed and all that, he did say the same things as far as having an outlook to work harder and to earn it, I guess is the best way to put it. But I think his reaction is still more towards or a product of social media. Because again, I think it was 2013, when the Super Bowl was in New Orleans and Beyonce performed, Wayne was at his height in popularity. So that would have been the perfect time for him to perform at the Super Bowl. So the fact that it wasn't a big deal then just shows that this is really the reaction of people who just didn't want Kendrick Lamar to beat Drake in a rap battle. Because the NFL has shown us nothing but that they're gonna make the best business decision, including Jay-Z, right? I mean, Jay-Z himself has never headlined being the halftime performer at the Super Bowl, right? So obviously there's something about Lil Wayne that the NFL doesn't see as Super Bowl halftime show friendly. So I agree with his sentiment that he's got some work to do as far as maybe his image or as far as the music that he would have to perform at the halftime show. Again, there's something, and here's the thing about the NFL. For people who don't understand or follow football like that, I do. The owners make the decisions about everything that goes on. Okay, Roger Goodell, the president of the NFL, works for the owners. So there's no outside entities that get to decide what happens with these people's investment, because they have billions of dollars at stake for their investment. All right. This is not, again, an award show for like MTV or BET. There's a lot more money involved in the Super Bowl halftime show. So anything that goes on with the NFL, the owners of each team, they have to come to a consensus or majority and approve it, period. All right. This is how real business works. This is not, again, a media award show. Those are far lesser businesses. I don't get Billboard, all of them, than the NFL. All right. But now let's get to Wayne's response about the lyric in Kendrick's Whacked Out Murals record and being mentioned, which again, it was not a diss. I don't care how you spin it, turn it, flip it around. If you know Kendrick's history of his admiration for Lil Wayne and the interview where he mentioned getting some of his work ethic from Lil Wayne and Lil Wayne being an inspiration to them, you understand the bar, right? But let's play Lil Wayne's response first, and then let's go and I'll say why it just didn't make sense to me. But let's check him out.
What Kendrick Lamar, what his lyrics were about you. What can you explain? I'll just quickly read them. I know you know them. I used to bump that Carter 3. Okay. I used to bump that Carter 3. I held my Rolly chain proud. Irony, I think my hard work let Lil Wayne down, from Kendrick Lamar. Let Lil Wayne down. And I don't really understand that. Help me out. What was that about?
That was my first time hearing it. But I think he just, I think he's a fan, like I'm a fan of his music.
Sure.
He's a fan of mine.
Yeah.
I think
he's definitely a fan of yours. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think he just mean by he saw what everybody else, he saw how much it meant to me. And I think that's all he mean is that, I don't think it, and, when we speak, and obviously he can't control that. And, so he didn't let me know. It ain't like he can control it or nothing. And also I've spoken to him and I wished him all the best and told him he better kill it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So you better kill it. You gotta kill it.
Okay. Well, did he say anything to enlighten you about these lyrics about you? I think my hard work let Lil Wayne down. I don't know exactly what that means. If he's sort of...
No, I don't think he didn't have to do anything. There was no explanation that was needed for that. I think I understand. Again, that was my first time hearing it when you just said it,
okay.
But I understand those words. Like I said, I think he just mean that he made it there, and his hard work is the reason why he made it there.
Yeah.
And obviously,
I took
let
it
me down as me just being upset about not getting disappointed about not getting that. So that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the problem with what I have. First of all, he acted like he never heard it, right? Which doesn't make any sense because he responded to it on Twitter the very next day, right? After it dropped. So that, tells me that Lil Wayne has a future in acting because he seemed very genuine there, that he had never heard it and that this was news to him when Skip read off the lyrics. But this response that you see on the screen, man, what the F did I do? I just be chilling and they still come from my head. Let's not take my kindness for weakness. Let this giant sleep. I beg you all, no one really wants destruction. Not even me, but I shall destroy if disturbed. On me, love. So what are you talking about there? What is that about? The day after GNX drops. But you never heard it. That doesn't make any sense. Okay. This is where I think as fans, and shout out to the Lil Wayne fans, I know you're going to be in here and be angry. I should have put a trigger warning at the beginning of the video, but it's okay because I really think y'all need to hear this. Your favorite artists, you don't know them at all, right? We don't know any of these artists. Kendrick could do some crazy stuff tomorrow, right? Okay, again, I'm on the fence now as being a fan of Drake, all right? His character is being revealed a little bit, as is Wayne's. And, like I said, we don't know these people. So when people ride so hard for people they don't know and you kind of put yourself out there, this could happen because you really just don't know this person. And I think that Lil Wayne kind of just sat up there and just was not honest and did not tell the truth and put on a kind of a performance that didn't make any sense. And I think one of the things I can see is a lot of artists need better management and better people around them to help them navigate some of these situations because social media has grown so rapidly. And when you're in the public eye and you're making statements, it's like everybody's watching all the time for anything that you've done publicly. So things come back up. This is what kind of got Drake in the battle, is that he forgot about all these instances of him just being a little inappropriate to a lot inappropriate with young females. It's like he forgot that existed. And that's what really destroyed him in the battle, is the validity that Kendrick had to his lyrics versus him having zero proof to his disses towards Kendrick. And Lil Wayne, with that statement on the Skip Bayless, with he and Skip Bayless's show, this is not the response you should have had prepped for this. You knew this question was coming from somebody. It's coming from somebody who you have a pretty good friendship with, and you still gave what is a bad response and acting like you didn't hear the verse when you responded to the verse on social media. This is his official social media account. So either the response should have been, oh, I never heard it, but my team did respond to it through my social media. Or you should have just said, at first I was upset, but I spoke to him and then I understood what he meant by the verse. There should have been a better prepared statement, because now you still kind of looking crazy because it doesn't make any sense and you're not fooling the public. You fool your fans because your fans will, there's people who are just followers in life. That just happens. They just follow celebrities no matter what the celebrity does. There's people who still listen to R. Kelly's music and act like he didn't do nothing. It was the girl's fault. So that, but that's not the majority. And you look crazy when you say these kind of certain things. And it's just bad for your image. Artists wonder how they fall off. A lot of times it is just not having the right people around you in order to get you to put your best foot forward when you step into the social media space and the public space, because it's a very different monster than it was just 10 years ago. And certain people say, I'm biased towards Kendrick Lamar. Really, Kendrick Lamar has not made any missteps. If he did, I would call it out and report on it. He just has not made any in this 2024 throughout this whole ordeal, right? And really going back even further than that, he's calculated. He thinks about what he's doing. Certain other artists feel the pressure of social media and they rush out and do something it doesn't make any sense, right? J. Cole with the Port of Antonio record. That record is excellent. I listened to the first verse and I let the beat play for the second verse. That's how I do it, because the second verse takes away from the song because he didn't think about what he's rapping. And obviously the people he ran it past didn't give him the right information, in my opinion, didn't give him the right advice. This is the same thing that happened with Wayne with this interview. It doesn't make any sense. You lied. You sat up there and lied to everybody's face. Doesn't make any sense. Shouldn't have done it. But still rock with Wayne's music, his talent. I'm not the hugest Lil Wayne fan, but I still rock with some of the records for sure. You can't deny his ability at all. But yeah, at least he did the right thing. He said he spoke to Kendrick. So that should put a cap on this. There shouldn't be any more talk about it unless Kendrick responds, which I don't think he should. This should have been a non-issue. Really is a non-issue. The right person got the halftime performance based on business and all other aspects that you can think of. So let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Am I bugging, or did Lil Wayne just kind of lie about not hearing the Whacked Out Murals verse? And is this a cleanup response, which is good? I'm not criticizing him for cleaning it up. He needed to clean it up. But I think he just needs to hire better people to help him navigate the public image and the social media thing and statements that you want to put forth in every situation, because you need it, because social media is very scrutinizing right now, and rightfully so, because they spend their money on the product that you present. That's gonna happen. Let me know what you think in the comments below, man. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel, hit the notification bell, share the video, tell a friend and tell a friend. Thank y'all for rocking out as always, and we out.